issue pinag-usapan. Halina tayo'y magkwentuhan. Reaksyon.
Alright, magandang araw po sa ating lahat na mga kababayan. Ayan, sa mga nasa Facebook, YouTube, maraming salamat. Reaksyon TV family. Ayan ha. Live po tayo sa RTV Vlog sa Facebook. At siyempre sa YouTube din, Reaksyon TV. Live na live tayo dito. Panoob. Ito lang mga ano natin ito ho yung hearing kahapon sa kaugnay sa Department of Labor. So mga kababayan, maraming salamat po sa lahat ng mga naandito sa live chat natin. And sa mga nasa Facebook, kay Orlando Nicolas, sir, magandang umaga. At siyempre kay Kabayang Trixie Villa 11. Hello kabayan, kay Tita Pia, kay Don Kengs. Natanggap ko na yung mga music ni Don Kengs. At Reaksyon TV family. Sa mga nasa Facebook, ayan, panoorin po natin ito mga kabayan na kung saan ay Senator Raffy Tulfo Ginisa po ang isang attorney na bumubuhay ng patay dahil yung patay po nakakapirma pa. Ayan, pa-shoutout daw sabi ni Charles Peguerao. Ayan. Pa-shoutout naman sa mga taga Barangay Payatas, Quezon City. Ayan ha. Payatas B, Quezon City. Kaya maraming salamat po sa inyong patuloy na pagsuporta. Panoorin natin ito mga bayan at bigyan po natin ng samot-saring opinion at reaksyon itong mapapanood po natin ha. Okay, tuloy natin mga bayan. Dito kayo na bahala pong humusga.
And Human Resources Development is called to order. Our agenda for today is a proposed Senate Resolution number 692 filed by Senator Raffy Tulfo last July 20th, 2023. In pursuit of achieving the intention of the measure to address the concerns and challenges surrounding the enforcement of judicial decisions in labor dispute, the committee invited resource persons from concerned government agencies and various private organizations. With us today are the following members of the committee: Senator Chis Escudero and Senator Raffy Tulfo. With the presence of our colleagues, we declare the presence of a quorum. At this point, our committee secretary is directed to read into the records the title of the resolution and agenda and to acknowledge the resource persons present.
Mm-hmm.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman. Good morning, Senator Escudero. Our agenda for today,
Senator Tulfo is also here.
and the Vice Chair, Senator Tulfo. The agenda for today is proposed Senate Resolution number 692, timely enforcement of judicial decisions in labor disputes, introduced by the Vice Chair, Senator Tulfo. Invited and who are physically present in today's inquiry are the following: from the Department of Labor and Employment Central Office, Attorney Florence Bual from the Legal Service, together with Attorney Rhea Santiago, Attorney Maurice Lim, and Attorney Marlon Alban. From the National Conciliation and Mediation Board, Deputy Executive Director Teresita Odea, together with Attorney Kim Marie Aquino, OIC Director for Technical Services. From the National Labor Relations Commission, we have the Chairperson of the Commission, Chairperson Grace Maniki Stan, together with the Presiding Commissioner Joseph Gerard Mabilog, Commissioner Mary Ann Plata Deitia, Commissioner Leonard Vince Ignacio, Commissioner Hernan Nicdao, Commissioner Donna Ramos, Commissioner Sharmalu Aldivera, and Attorney Rhea M. Aguirre. From the interest groups, From the People Management Association of the Philippines, PMAP, Attorney Carmelo Aguilar. From the Trade Union Congress of the Philippines, Mark Christian Villena. From the Bukluran ng Magagawang Pilipino, Mr. Domingo Mole, the chairperson, together with Attorney Luke Espiritu, the national president.
Salamat, Roger Evan.
From the DMCI Project Developers Incorporated, Attorney Basilio D. Gascon Jr., Legal Corporate Counsel,
Good morning, Ma'am
together
Yuli.
with Miss Roby Concepcion and Miss Maven Rodrigo. And we also have Mr. Lilio Ribueno,
Tita
together
Pia.
with this counsel, Attorney Regan Capuno. That is all, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Comsec. Before we proceed, may we hear from our colleagues if they want to deliver the opening statement. Senator Tulfo.
Ito na.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, Senator Jingo Estrada, my esteemed colleagues, Senator Chis Scudero, members of labor sector, guests, good morning. I speak to you today to address a matter of grave concern. The often non-implementation and delayed enforcement of decisions in labor disputes. This is a serious injustice that has plagued our labor system for far too long, and it is time for us to take a decisive action to address it. The case of these workers is a glaring example of this problem. After years of struggle, these workers finally secured a landmark Supreme Court decision affirming their win. However, despite the finality of this decision, the opposing party has refused to comply, leaving these workers and their families in limbo. This is not an isolated incident. There are countless other cases of labor victories that have been rendered meaningless by the failure of management to comply with judicial decisions. Ika nga nila, marami dito ay nagiging paper victories lamang. This is a clear violation of the rights of workers, and it undermines the very foundation of our labor system. During the budget hearings, I have already raised this problem to the Department of Labor and Employment, or DOLE, and the National Labor Relations Commission, or NLRC. Ang ating napag-alaman na maraming pinag-ugatan ng problema na ito. Isa na dito ang kakulangan ng sistema natin sa effective enforcement mechanism para sa mga desisyong na panalunan na ng ating mga manggagawa. Ito ay isa sa mga importanteng bagay na kailangan bigyan ng malaking pansin ng DOLE at NLRC. In addition to strengthening enforcement mechanism, we also need to address the underlying causes of this problem. This includes promoting a culture of respect for labor rights among employers, educating workers about their rights, and improving the efficiency of our labor justice system. The timely enforcement of decisions in labor disputes is not just a matter of fairness and justice. It is also a matter of economic necessity. When workers are denied what is rightfully theirs, it is not only harms their individual lives, but also weakens the Philippine economy as a whole. I urge my colleagues in the Senate to join me in taking action to address this critical issue. We must work together to ensure that the rights of workers are protected and that decisions, especially in labor disputes, are enforced in a timely and effective manner. Mr. Chair, kaya po tayo nandito at ito mga nabanggit ko sa aking opening statement ay sapagkat meron pong ginawang injustice dito ang DMCI para sa mga manggagawang nanalo na ng kaso sa Supreme Court. Andito ba si Attorney Basilio
Sa mga hindi nakakaalam ng DMCI, ito po ay isang malaking company, isang construction company rin. Ito yung competitors ng EEI, DMCI. Yan, construction.
No, Lazaro ang apelido mo. Bakit ka naging gasko? Aso sa mabilis lang. Pwedeng palitan mo, Lazaro, kasi yung patay kaya mo na buhayin. And I'll explain to you bakit. Yung patay kaya nitong buhayin, Mr. Chair. Kaya dapat Lazaro ang apelido mo. I'll tell you why later. Go ahead. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Senator Tulfo. Senator Cheese.
I'm not the author, Mr. Chair, but just some clarifications before we begin, perhaps for the next hearing and for this hearing as well. You mentioned Attorney Gascon. I saw the letter written by the Vice President of DMCI, Mr. Pasha. Attorney Gascon, tama?
Pasio, Your Honor.
Pasha?
Pasio po.
Pasha? He's the Vice President?
Yes, Your Honor.
And he said you are the corporate secretary?
No, Your Honor. I'm the corporate counsel, Your Honor.
You're the corporate counsel.
Yes, Your Honor.
And you said the chairman does not participate, therefore cannot answer anyway, and he is out of the country. Would that be correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
But who is the president and CEO of the company?
Mr. Alfredo Austria, Your Honor.
So why not send, may I ask the chairman of the committee to kindly invite the president and CEO? I guess he would know the day-to-day operations of the company. Would that be correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
My problem, Mr. Chairman, with Attorney Gascon is he does know a lot about this resolution filed by Senator Tulfo because, as he explained earlier, he took part in it in a major way. And I would rather hear from officials of the company if they are aware of these actions and actuations made by their corporate counsel. So may I ask that in the next hearing we invite the president and CEO of the company in the person of Mr. Austria? Tama ba?
Yes, Your Honor.
In the person of Mr. Alfredo R. Austria.
Okay, the chair instructs
Yes,
the COMSEC to invite the names mentioned by Senator Chis Escudero.
And one more point, Mr. Chair, for the next hearing again, for some administrative matters. May I know if the company you represent is a listed company, sir?
Your Honor, the MCI Project Developers, Your Honor, is not a listed company, Your Honor. But the parent company, Your Honor, the MCI Holdings, Your Honor, is the listed company.
And what is the relation between the two? What
Uh,
listed company and parent company? What regulations, if at all, would cover the your company that you're representing? Listed in the MCI, di ba?
yes, Your Honor.
So, what declarations or what regulations would cover your company?
I guess, Your Honor, the corporation code, Your Honor.
No. In relation to the Philippine Stock Exchange, since it's a listed company.
Yes, Your Honor. It's the one, the MCI Holdings, Your Honor, the one who is filing the annual or the general information sheet and the reportorial requirements of the CO, the SEC, Your Honor, and the PSE.
And this company you're representing is wholly owned by the MCI.
Yes, Your Honor.
So it's part of what they're reporting to PSE.
Yes, Your Honor.
Would that be correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
May I ask also, Mr. Chairman, that we invite the PSE in the next hearing because disclosures would be necessary in relation to these actions to the exchange as well. And one last point, Mr. Chairman, again for some administrative matters. May I ask if the subject property covered by the new TCT 12619, under the name of the MCI already, has been developed by the MCI?
Portion, Your Honor.
Portion of the subject property, dinevelop nila?
Yes, Your Honor.
In spite dependency of various cases that you yourself initiated.
Yes, Your Honor.
May I ask also, Mr. Chairman, that we invite the HLURB or any appropriate housing agency as to how it came about that permits were granted to DMCI to begin construction and presumably selling units already when the subject property is the subject matter of litigation. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Again, the chair instructs the committee secretary to invite all those mentioned by Senator Chis Escudero. To our resource persons, anyone who wants to have an opening statement, you can accommodate. Yes, the chairperson of the NLRC, Ms. Grace Manikistan.
Good morning po, Honorable Chair Senator Jingo Estrada, Vice Chair Senator Raffy Tulfo, and Senator Francis Escudero. NLRC welcomes this opportunity to take part in these proceedings as we are confident that this will help us address some concerns of NLRC challenges that we encounter in enforcing our decisions. And we know that we need to work closely with the Senate to address these concerns, especially also for some legislative issuances that may be necessary to help us in our problems. Maraming salamat po.
Anybody else? Okay, since nobody wishes to have their opening statement, we can start now. Senator Tulfo.
Yes. Attorney Lazaro, Attorney Gascon, meron kang binuhay na patay. Why did you do that?
Dali nga. Direct to the point Attorney Gascon, meron kang binuhay na patay. Aba, may kapangyarihan. Bakit?
That Senator Tulfo, maybe you can have an oath.
Yeah, put him under oath.
Take their oath. Except the NLRC. Except the NLRC. And councils.
Can we ask everyone to take except NLRC and probably Sergeant Bendole?
Hindi na. Sila. Yung mga abogado.
Okay. So, please raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth before this committee investigation of the Committee on Labor and Employment? Please take your seat.
Senator Tulfo, you may now proceed.
Attorney Gascon, ulit ko yung tanong ko, yung patay, kaya mong buhayin, although not literally, figuratively. Paano mo nagawa yun at bakit mo ginawa?
Your Honor, I didn't do any or do anything that resurrecting any dead, Your Honor.
You did not.
Yes, Your Honor.
I have here a copy of the release and quit claim, which was notarized by you, dated June 29, 2009. Right?
Tagal na pala.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Ikaw notarize na ito.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Do you have a copy?
Get a copy. Maluwang ba yung kulungan pa dyan sa baba? Meron pa bang bakante?
Wala. Marami pa.
Anong tawag niya pag kinukontempt?
Yes, I have, Your Honor. I have a copy.
You have.
Ba- parang gusto na naman mag-contempt na naman. Parang gusto na naman nilang magpabakasyon sa Senado ah. Tuloy.
Lifiel ay Marikit. Yan. Isa sa mga pumirma sa release and quit claim na kung saan ninotarize mo.
Yes, Your Honor.
Si Marikit ay patay na nung time na pumirma siya rito.
I have no knowledge, Your Honor, during the time that he was dead or he was already dead, Your
You
Honor.
have no knowledge.
Yeah.
Paano ka ba nag-notarize? Ano yung proseso ng pag-notarize?
Of course, Your Honor, you have to verify the identities of the
And how do you verify the
by
identity?
showing their IDs, Your Honor.
No, didn't they appear to you personally? Or you authorized?
These two persons, Your Honor, did not appear to me.
Bago natin ituloy mga kabayan, paalala lang po sa mga nasa Facebook, baka po yung mga hindi pa nakakapag-like, nakakalimot mag-like, pa-like po at saka pa-share na rin po ng live natin, at sa mga nasa YouTube, ganun din, pa-like na rin at saka pa-share na rin po ng live natin. Salamat. Okay, sa mga nakakalimot lang mag-like at saka share.
Personally.
Well then, yun ang problema. Kasi yan ang pinaka number one requirement na pag merong isang tao nagpapanotarize sa iyo, he or she should be present in front of you and verify his or her identification, compare that identification, pictures and all doon sa kaharap mo.
That's correct, Your Honor.
And you did not do that.
I put it in my notes, Your Honor, in my notarial book, Your Honor.
No. Sabi mo kasi wala kang knowledge. Hindi siya sumipot. Sumipot ba siya o hindi?
Hindi po siya sumipot, Your Honor.
Then bakit mo dinotarize na hindi pala siya sumipot? Ang pinakita lang sa iyo, dokumento. And all these people here, not only Marikit, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 of them did not appear before you. And you just, binigyan ka lang itong dokumento na pirmado na and then pumirma ka na lang.
No, Your Honor. They personally appeared to me, Your Honor, except only the two, Your Honor.
Except,
Lidsel
then dapat hindi mo tinuloy yung pag-notarize or binura mo siya.
You shouldn't have included the names of the two persons who did not appear to you personally.
It's a pre-forma, Your Honor, when it was given to me. And then it's a pre-forma, Your Honor. It's the documents are already prepared when it was presented to me, Your Honor.
Then dapat binura mo o idinilit mo, inalis mo yung dalawa na wala sa harap mo. Yun yung pinaka-basic eh. Attorney.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
I know, Your Honor, but
baka masampang ka ng disbarment.
I included it, Your Honor, in my notarial book, where in fact it is dated 2009. I clearly state that non-appearance of Lidfiel Maratan
Kaya
person.
Attorney Lazaro, Attorney Gascon, very basic yan eh, pag notarize eh. Di ba? Yung nagpapanotarize, kailangan nandyan sa harap mo at kumpletos ng mga identification para i-compare mo yung ID na presenta sa iyo at mga picture doon, tumutugma doon sa kaharap mo. Now, kung wala doon, yung dalawa, hindi nag-appear sa iyo, then dapat tinanggal mo itong pangalan ng dalawa. Sabi ko nga sa'yo, pwede ka ma-disbar dito. Pwede ka ma-disbar. And you know that.
Nako.
Kaya tinawag kitang Lazaro kasi ayaw mong buhayin yung patay. Patay na to, matagal na patay, binuhay mo. Kaya nga namatay ito, Mr. Chair. Go ahead.
With the permission of Senator Tulfo, I used to
Please.
be a notary, Senator Tulfo. I ceased because the responsibility is huge and I didn't want to get in trouble. May I ask directly, Attorney Gascon, regardless of what you put in your notes, nag-certify ka, pumirma ka. And I will read the acknowledgement. Before me, in this and that jurisdiction on this date, personally appeared the following. Diba? Who presented to me the following IDs and who acknowledged to me that this document consisting of X pages entitled blah is of their free and voluntary act indeed. But the beginning of any acknowledgement is always before me, personally appeared. Regardless of what you put in your notes, they did not personally appear. They could not because they already passed, as Senator Tulfo pointed out.
Your Honor, there is an acknowledgement part of the agreement, Your Honor, where in fact, in that acknowledgement, I clearly stated that only all those who appeared to me are present. Where in fact I put it in the last part that please see ID, and all the IDs that only appeared to me are the one who attached in there, Your Honor. So that's why I maintain that these two persons, when they came to me, because there are so many of them, Your Honor. I think there are 6 of them, and the 2 of them are not present. And then I clearly put it in the last page that please see ID of only those persons who appeared to me, Your Honor.
Saan batas nakalagay yan, attorney? Sorry, I'm not familiar. I also took my oath as a notary. Well, I'm not familiar unless may bagong pinasa ang Korte Suprema na exemption yon sa before me personally appeared. That you can put in your notes that 2 did not and refer to their IDs. May I know the legal basis, if any, so that I may be educated as well?
I just base, Your Honor, on the rules notarial practice that person who appears to you, or you could notarize it only of the persons who appear to you, Your Honor. Those who acknowledge to you that they signed the documents, that is only my basis, Your Honor. So in good faith, Your Honor, when they appeared to me, I clearly stated not only in the acknowledgement portion that these only the persons that appear to me, but I also put it in my notarial book that these are all the persons that appear to me, and these 2 persons did not appear to me, Your Honor.
So you're not attesting to the fact that they signed that document, those 2 persons?
Yes, Your Honor.
And yet, you as the corporate counsel facilitated the registration of that document so that a new TCT will be issued in favor of the company you're working for, despite your personal knowledge that 2 of the 6 most likely did not sign voluntarily, willingly, or even were alive at that time. And yet, that document was used to register your ownership over the subject property. If you admitted earlier na hindi nga sila kasama, yung 2 sa 6 hindi kasama, ba't ginamit yung dokumento yun para i-register yung interest at pagmamayari ng DMCI Property Holdings? Yes, sir, please.
Your Honor, as I have said before, this document were not prepared by us. It's a pro forma. When we, during the time when it was asked us to meet them, I think the 6 person appeared, and then they as far as we're concerned, and together with their counsel during that time, Your Honor, they were assisted by the counsel, and then they signed the documents, Your Honor. And then that's the basis that they submitted to us, and that's the document that we use, Your Honor.
Exactly. You notarized it with the absence of 2 persons. Apparently, one of them was already dead. And you used that same document in spite of the fact that you didn't see those 2 persons and you noted in your notarial book na hindi sila nag-appear, you still use that document to register your ownership. That would be a correct narration of facts, sir?
In good faith, yes, Your Honor.
I yield, Senator Tulfo.
Attorney Gascon, dito sa acknowledgement sa pag-notarize mo. So umpisa pa lang sabi rito, before me a notary public for and in the above jurisdiction this June 29, 2009, tapos at Makati City, personally appeared for the second time. Pero sabi mo, hindi nag-appear. So dito, tanumpa ka, nilagay mo yung pangalan mo, pumirma ka, sinasabi mo na personally appeared, and yet hindi pala. So dapat madisbar ka.
Senator, again, what I'm referring only is the 2 person, Your Honor, but
Disbar agad ano. Hatol agad, disbar.
Kaya nga, diba? Dalawang hindi nag-appear. Dito, sinabi
Anyway, sa mga nasa Facebook po, 380, magpo-400 na tayo. Baka naman pwede natin kalahatiin yung like, ha? 50 pa lang yung nagla-like, baka naman. Magpo-400 na tayo sa Facebook, baka naman po. Game, tuloy. Baka naman, mga nakakalimot dyan ng mag-like, ha? Hindi, walang bayad mag-like.
Personally appeared. Yan o, ikot-ikot tayo rito, hindi tayo matatapos. Personally appeared. Lawyer ka, what does it mean? Ano yung sabihin ng personally appeared? Itagalog mo.
Personal po silang humarap sa akin.
Exactly. So personal na humarap ba yung dalawa? Lalo na itong si Marikit? Hindi. Dahil patay na eh.
Yes, Your Honor. I acknowledge that fact, Your Honor.
Na hindi siya umappear.
Yeah, the 2, Your
O bakit mo ninotarize? Wala pala sa harap mo ito si Marikit at yung isa pa. Sana hindi mo ninotarize. Sana pinatanggal mo yung pangalan o pinaulit mo. Sabi mo, baguhin nyo yan, tanggalin yung dalawang wala rito. Next time, pag nagpresenta kayo ng dokumento, paharap nyo lahat with all the IDs.
Again, Your Honor, in good faith during that time, I just based on the notarial rule that you could not notarize a document to the extent of the person that you only to the extent of the person who appeared to you, Your Honor.
Sorry, attorney. Ano ka, tanga o nagtatanga-tangahan? And you know that, na pwede ka ma-disbar because of this. You know that, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
O, dahil lang sa isang pirma o dalawang pirma, madidisbar ka, napakababaw na disbarment case yan. Because of 2 signatures. matidisbarang isang attorney Basilio D. Gascon Jr. And you know that.
Biruin nyo naman kasi mga kababayan. Ha? O, sa mga nagtatanong, kasi bakit nakapirma, bakit yung patay nakapirma pa? Ay yung tao patay na ho. Mga kababayan, kahit sino sigurong tao, magtataka na bakit yung patay nakapirma pa. Anong nangyari? Diba? Hindi nag-appear sa pagpapanotarize para sa acknowledgement. So kahit sino naman magtataka bakit nakapirma yung patay. O hindi, ang ano rito mga bayan, na sinasabi natin, in fairness, okay din. Kahit pasabihin na natin na maraming sinasawsawan itong si Senator Tulfo, in fairness, marami siyang naibubunyag at yun ang mga dapat nating malaman. Di ba? Wag na natin tignan yung branch sa sa Senado na Raffy Tulfo in action. In fairness naman, yun ang tignan natin.
Right? Okay, and you keep saying in good faith. Ando na tayo, maybe in good faith. Pero yung in good faith na reason na binibigay mo, it just shows na talagang meron kang ginawang glaring violation. Kahit na baliktad-baliktad natin. Sa kanong kadahilanan, alam mo na yon. You and me know the reason. Right, Mr. Chair?
Right, maybe you can hear first from the complainants of the case, or the counsels of the complainants here. Yes, Attorney Capuna.
Good morning po, Your Honor.
You are Mr.
Magandang umaga
Requena?
po sa atin lahat.
Yes. You are
Isa po ako sa
one of the
mga
laborers concerned.
isa po ako sa mga kasama sa kaso ng DMCI, itong kasong ito. Nangyari po ito noong nagsimula po kami ng kaso noong September 1996. Hanggang ngayon po ay hindi namin na nakakamtan yung dapat naming makamtan. Sapagkat marami pong balakid ang nakapaloob dito. Unang-una po, ito pong release and quit claim. Tapos ito pong deed of sale. Dahil po dito, kami po ay pinapirma nung aming katiwala sa...
Pero sandali lang po. Si Attorney Capuna, you are the counsel of the...
Yes, Your Honor. Morning.
Ilahat muna natin yung chronology of events kung pwede kasi para malaman na NRC, malaman ng mga manunod natin. First, noong 1996, Nelia Bernades et al. With co-complainants Lidfiel Marikit and Gerson Talam filed before the labor arbiter their respective complaint against Liberty Transport Corporation and its owner, spouses Honorata Lacsina and Milagros Lacsina, for illegal dismissal, non-payment of wages, and other monetary claims. Tama?
Yes, Your Honor, that's correct.
And on April 27 of 1998, the labor arbiter rendered a decision in favor of Bernadas et al. Correct?
That is correct, Your Honor.
On February 29 of 2000, on appeal, the NLRC affirmed the labor arbiter's decision.
That is correct, Your Honor.
On September 16 of the same year, according to Bernadas et al., Talam already settled his claim with spouses Lacsina by receiving 30,000 pesos and a bus.
That is correct, Your Honor.
And on March 15, 2006, 6 years after, a notice of levy was annotated on TCT 25491 stating that the corresponding share of Honorato Lacsina in the subject property was levied.
That is correct, Your Honor.
Okay. A year after, February 15, 2007, DMCI filed before the labor arbiter a third-party claim with an attached affidavit of title over property, claiming that it is the owner of the subject property. It alleged that the subject property, then covered by TCT number 615, was sold by its previous owners, Honorato Lacsina, Reynaldo Bonifacio Lacsina, and Renato Dionisio, to Taguig Land Development Corporation way back on December 29, 1995, via deed of sale, and that Taguig Land later merged with DMCI in 1997.
That is correct, Your Honor.
In October 18 of the same year, the labor arbiter denied the third-party claim of DMCI.
That is correct, Your Honor.
November 28 of the next year, 2008, the NLRC affirmed the October 18, 2007 order of the labor arbiter. Correct?
That is correct, Your Honor.
Court of Appeals made the October 18, 2007 order of the labor arbiter final and executory through its decision in CAGR number SP number 107334. And in March 4, 2009, the labor arbiter issued an order directing the sheriff to proceed with the execution to satisfy the judgment award rendered in the main labor case.
That is correct, Your Honor.
Okay. On April 3, 2009, a month after, a public auction was conducted in which the subject property was sold to respondents through their attorney, in fact, Evelyn Insilaire Bueno. Correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
And several months after, Sheriff Dayo issued a certificate of sale which was inscribed on TCT number 254491. And in June 29, 2009, according to DMCI, Bernardes et al., including Marikit and Talam, executed a deed and or certificate of redemption of real property and a release and quit claim in favor of DMCI.
That is correct, Your Honor.
And on June 30, 2009, the purported 1995 deed of sale executed in favor of Taguigland was annotated on TCT number 25491. A petition was also filed before the Register of Deeds for the cancellation of the certificate of sale annotated on TCT number 25491. And a month after, an entry cancellation of the certificate of sale was annotated on TCT number 25491. As a consequence of these incidents, TCT number 1269 was issued in the name of Taguigland and TCT number 2549 was cancelled. Correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. You may now proceed.
Your Honor, from there, I understand those facts mentioned by the Honorable Chairman are the undisputed facts found by the Supreme Court already in a decided case before them. In two instances, Your Honor, the Supreme Court has declared that the basis of rights of DMCI over the subject property cannot be considered or declared as null and void. First, Your Honor, in the sale that you mentioned in 1995, where DMCI alleged that they bought the subject property from the original owners of the property, the Supreme Court said that this cannot be given any weight, and instead the sale should be nullified because it is, in the words of the Supreme Court, it is beyond human experience that DMCI will not register its rights on the property for more than 11 years already, Your Honor. Also, it was noted by the Supreme Court in a decision that since this first argument used by the company was not accepted by the Supreme Court, in their words, Your Honor, the DMCI undertook, as what they said, underhanded method, Your Honor. And this underhanded method is the use of the deed of the release and quit claim, which was a subject of the inquiry of the Senator Tulfo earlier, where a person who is already died in 1997, signature appeared in this deed and was notarized in year 2009, Your Honor. So the Supreme Court did not even accept this as a good reason for the basis of the interest of DMCI over the subject property, Your Honor.
Okay. Attorney Gascon, nung pinirmahan mo yung quit claim, yung notaryo, yung meron bang ID pinakita sa'yo ito Marikit?
Wala po, Your Honor.
Sabi mo may ID lang pinakita sa'yo?
Your Honor and Talam?
Yes.
No, they didn't show to me any ID, Your Honor. That's the reason why I put in the notarial in the back of the notarial register, Your Honor, that please see ID.
So they never showed up physically?
Yes, Your Honor.
Siyempre, patay na isa, paano nang papakita yun unless binuhay mo? So, katulad yung tinanong ni Senator Tulfo, why did you still sign that notary na hindi sumipot yung dalawa? You should have deleted it from your, from the list.
Your Honor, I have said in good faith, I just based on the notarial rules that a notary public can notarize a document.
Kasi may pirma pa yung Marikit sa Talam eh. May pirma pa eh. How did you know that these were genuine signatures?
They're not the one who signed it, Your Honor.
Who's the one who signed it?
Your Honor, can I explain?
Patay na eh.
During that time, Your Honor, it's way back in 2008. As far as I can remember, the one who signed that is one of their correspondent. And then
Did you allow yourself to sign your notary na alam mo na hindi yung taong pumirma, iba pumirma din
during
yung
that
pangalan?
time, Your Honor, I really object to that. But since
Oh, why did you sign if you objected to it? Why did you sign it if you objected to it right away?
Your Honor, I have said that I only allowed that.
You did it in good faith. How did you do it in good faith when in fact you knew earlier that was not the signature of Marikit, and you knew, ikaw lang nagsabi ngayon na iba ang pumirma doon?
Yes, Your Honor, because Your Honor, during that time, as I have remembered, together with their counsel, they said that these two persons are not already important to the case, and during that time they are already in rush of what we call this in settling the case, and then that's why, Your Honor, in good faith, I only acknowledge all those persons who personally appeared to me, Your Honor, and that is Nelia Bernadas, Lilio Rebueno, and all the other co-defendants, Your Honor.
You know what? I do not want to berate you any further. No, you just mentioned earlier that these were not the signatures of these two persons. Itong si Marikit, tsaka itong si Talam. Abogado ka, Attorney Gascon. Dapat tinanggal mo na. If these two are irrelevant to the cases, you should have deleted it. Oh, irrelevant na pala yan. Wala, kung baga irrelevant, wala nang bilang. Di ba? Tama? Dapat tinanggal mo na. Senator Tulfo, you're
quickly lang, Mr. Chair. Alam mo na wala siya doon. Acknowledge mo. Yun yung isang pagkakamali mo. Dinugtungan mo pa na isang pagkakamali. Alam mo na yung signature dyan ay hindi siya ang pumirma, meaning si Marikit. You acknowledge na it is not her signature and somebody forged her signature, and you allow that to happen by affirming your signature here. Dito sa quit claim na ito, dalawa ang pagkakamali mo, and you're still gonna use that word, I do it in good faith. That reason will not be accepted by the Supreme Court if a case of disbarment will be found against you. Kaya nga magikero ka, kaya sabi kanina, pabiro, na dapat ang pilido mo, Lazaro, yung patay, nabubuhay sa'yo. Now you acknowledge na talagang sobrang malaking pagkakamali ginawa mo. And why was that? And anong dahilan? Ba't mo pinayagan mangyari ito? Maybe you have a reason to do it. Huwag mo na gamitin yung salitang in good faith. Why did you let it happen? Attorney Gascon, sir. You must have a reason. Maybe yung reason mo hindi namin kayang abutin at ikaw na nakakabot. But try us. Anong reason? Alisin mo yung good faith, ha?
Your Honor, during that time, as I have remembered, these workers are already asking the company to be settled. They're asking already to be paid, and they're also asking that should the case be already be settled with the workers, Your Honor. So when the counsel of the complainant, Your Honor, I would like to remind Your Honor that the MCI is not a party to the labor case. We were just included in that. Kumbaga, Your Honor, nadamay lang ho yung DMCI because yun nga po, as mentioned earlier, that during that time, it is the one who is the Laksina who has the labor case with the workers. And then I think the case during that time was already dragging for too long with the Laksina. And then the council during that time personally appeared to the management asking that, imploring that they could be paid already. So in good faith, as the management, of course, the management during that time is hesitant to pay because, as we have said, these are not the workers of the MCI, Your Honor. But in order to settle everything and to have the peaceful of the company, they decided to agree, Your Honor, to that during that time that they should be to pay them, Your Honor.
Isa sabi mo walang kinalaman DMCI, but DMCI bought the property of the employer that has a labor case.
During that time, Your Honor,
yung DMCI because binili ng DMCI yung property. Pinatayo ng subdivision.
The property, Your Honor, the land is owned by the three brothers, the three siblings, Your Honor, Honorato Laksina, the other two, Your Honor. Between the three brothers, Your Honor, the three siblings, only Honorato Laksina has a labor case because he owned the Liberty Transport, Your Honor. But during the time, Your Honor, 1995, DMCI, I am not yet connected with the DMCI during. DMCI has no knowledge that the Laksina, Your Honor, one of the seller has a labor case, Your Honor. It is only during the time that the property was levied, only the time that DMCI have the knowledge that Laksina has a labor case, Your Honor.
Kaya nga. So, na-levied na yung property. Bakit niya tinuloy pa rin pagpapatay ng condominium?
During that time, Your Honor, we haven't. During that time, Your Honor, TMC has not develop the property during that time. It's that 2008. It is only recently that the condominium was built on the portion of the property. Because, Your Honor, during that time, we maintained that the DMCI maintained that only the portion of the property is involved in the litigation, Your Honor. It's a 1.6 hectare, Your Honor, and DMCI maintained that since the three brothers, only the Laksina has a labor case against these workers, so the two other siblings, Your Honor, are free from this case, Your Honor.
Okay, I think I need Attorney Reagan Capuno, sorry. I need to get your reaction to what he said.
Thank you, Your Honor. With respect to that development, Your Honor, we opine that, as mentioned by counsel, their development of condominium in the said area is only just recently, but they are aware of the ongoing case already long before the development. So we believe, Your Honor, that at the time they developed or made a master plan of the development in that area, they're already aware of this ongoing case involving the land. On the issue that only a portion of the 1.6 hectare land belongs to the complainant, the fact, Your Honor, is that there is no subdivision yet on the one. If that is the position of a DMCI, there is no subdivision yet of that property, so we don't know which portion belongs to the laborers or to the other one. But in the proceedings before the labor arbiter, the National Labor Relations Commission, the Court of Appeals, and in the decided case by the Supreme Court, Third Division, the subject property has always been treated as one, as a whole property, Your Honor.
Yes, Attorney Gascon.
Your Honor, it is during the time when we developed the property in good again, Your Honor, we specifically included in our report that there is a pending litigation over this property. At the same time, Your Honor, that's why this case has dragged for so long, because during the time there are a lot of different parties who is claiming over property in the rights of the DMCI, Your Honor. That's why we filed a case in Supreme Court, because we maintain that only 1/3 of the property is allotted for the workers. Where in fact, Your Honor, in the recent Supreme Court decision, where is the main case, the Supreme Court upheld our contention that indeed that the workers only are entitled to the 1/3 of the property. And it is pending, Your Honor, in Supreme Court, and we filed an MR, Your Honor.
Is that
Mr.
correct?
Chairman, if I may,
Senator Cheese?
just to interject, as a lawyer, even assuming what you're saying is true, na yung isang kapatid lang, yung may adverse judgment na dapat bayaran yung mga manggagawa, may dalawa pang kapatid na may-ari ng lupa, at best, you have a 2/3 inchoate share. And I'm sure you know the definition of what inchoate means.
Your Honor.
Which means,
It's that it's still undivided, Your Honor.
may parte ka pero hindi mo pwedeng ituro kung alin mismo yung parte mo.
Yes, Your Honor.
That's why I wanted to invite HLURB, Mr. Chairman, because if they're already developing and constructing it without that issue being settled, anong karapatan na lang magdesisyon para sa sarili nila na ituro, sige, dito na kami. Yung 1/3 nyo, kung 1/3 man nga yan, doon na. Second point, Mr. Chairman. Assuming that your theory is that the workers are only entitled to 1/3 of the total property dahil isa lang yung may utang, ang pinangbayad para ma-settle, correct me if I'm wrong later on by the NLRC, ang pinangbayad para ma-settle yung kulang-kulang 2 milyong utang na judgment ng NLRC was the entire parcel of land. Number 2, hindi nila ni-redeem after the period of redemption, which they could have done, either by any of the brothers for that matter. Because remember, this was not a deed of sale executed by the 3 brothers or by 1 brother without the knowledge of the 2 other siblings. This was by virtue of a judgment by the NLRC. Yes, sir, please. Kindly.
Your Honor, in the proceedings of the NLRC, if you were going to review, I think the NLRC levied the award is only portion of the property, but the sheriff levied the whole property, Your Honor. There is a notice in the sheriff sale, if you will notice in the notice of sheriff sale, that they only the subject of the sale is only 2/3, but the sheriff during the time, Your Honor, they levied the whole property, Your Honor.
Sino may-ari noon at that time? Si Laksina pa.
It was already sold, Your Honor, in 1995. However, the title was not transferred because during that time, Your Honor, I think like Laksina, the sale has what you call this, they paid they didn't pay the whole estate tax, Your Honor. So that's why they're being assessed of the deficiency tax of the estate tax. So because of that, Your Honor, the sale cannot secure a certificate of registration for the sale, Your Honor, because the BIR is asking that the estate tax should be settled first, Your Honor.
The subject matter of both TCTs under question is one parcel of land. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yes, Your Honor.
If you yourself are admitting that you only have 2/3, and if at all the subject matter of the case only involves 1/3, di bakit kayo nagkaroon ng titulo at binili nyo yung kabuuang lupa?
No, Your
At hindi
Honor.
nyo
No.
naman kausap yung mga labor.
No, Your Honor. The sale was what do you call this? The sale was completed, Your Honor, 1995.
Between you and the Laxinas.
Yes, Your, for 1.6, Your Honor. And the seller of that land, Your Honor, are three. They were included. The registered owner in the land, Your Honor, are three person, Your Honor.
Exactly my point. They sold the land to you in spite and despite the fact that it was already the subject matter of levy and execution by virtue of a decision of the NLRC.
No, Your Honor. During that time, Your Honor, there is still no notice and levy. It was only in 1995, I guess, Your Honor, the levy was only, I forgot the date, Your Honor. So, 2006. I guess.
When was the levy, Attorney Capuno?
2006 or 2007, Your Honor. Sure, Your Honor, but only recent, 1995 was the date of the sale, and only 2006 or 2007, Your Honor, when the levy was annotated in the TCT, Your Honor.
It was on March 15, 2006. A notice of levy was annotated on TCT number 25491 stating that the corresponding share of Honorato Laxina in the subject property was levied. Voided.
Yes, Your Honor, that's correct.
And then, please proceed.
And then, Your Honor, after that, we are not, of course, we are not aware that there is a labor case levied, held against the Honorato Laxina, Your Honor. So it was only in 2007 or 2008, Your Honor, that we discovered that there is a levy. And during that time, because of that, I think one of the counsel of the, during the counsel of the complainant during that time, already, what you call this, conveyed their interest to settle. And during that time, Your Honor, we maintain that we are not party to this case. It should be the Laxina should settle the award to the what you call this, to the workers. But again, Your Honor, since they requested that they want to be paid already and enjoy their victory in the labor case, and in addition to all the previous award that they were received, Your Honor, only this amount was already not been given to them.
One last point, Mr. Chair. I didn't practice labor. I will admit that. I was a litigator, but not in the NLRC. May procedure ba for attachment sa NLRC during the pendency of a case?
Magandang umaga po.
Meron po ba?
Meron po.
In this case, this property was not attached during the pendency of the case. Pendente lite.
Wala pong ganun. Pag
Wala ganun?
nagkaroon lang po ng finality, saka pa lang po maaaring magkaroon ng execution.
Execution yun. But attachment, pendente lite.
Wala pong attachment sa NLRC.
No, walang ginawa dito o walang poder ang NLRC to attach.
Wala po kaming power mag-attach.
That is perhaps, Mr. Chairman, one avenue for remedial legislation because that remedy, meaning for an attachment pendente lite, is available in regular courts but not before the NLRC. Meaning to say, habang pending yung kaso, para mabayaran ka, i-attach mo at i-annotate sa likod ng titulo yung pendency of the case so that buyers such as the MCI would be put on notice that there is such a pending case and that they should be aware and beware that the outcome of the case has not yet been settled. Thank you, sir. That will be all.
Mr. Chair, kung maaari pa pong magdagdag, magandang umaga po mulit sa inyo at sa lahat ng mga nandito ngayon. Siguro po sa kasong ito nakikita, number one po, hindi po namin alam na mayroon pong particular na kaso.
Are you familiar with the case today?
Medyo ngayon lang po namin nababasa na po.
Wala pa kayo sa NLRC na nung...
Wala pa po. Anyway po, yung tungkol po rin sa concern po rin sa, ito po ay isang pruweba kung gaano po kahirap ang execution sa NLRC. Kung mapapansin po natin dito sa kaso pong ito, nagsimula ang kaso ng 1995, natapos po siya ng 2000. Pero po, siguro po in the meantime, wala pong makitang ari-arian ng may-ari, ng respondent. Sila Laxina po rito. Kaya po kinailangan ng sheriff namin na ang gawin ay ipalevy yung property nung respondent. So nangyari lamang po yung levy 6 years after na po nung 2000 na decision, which is 2006 na po. Pagdating pa po ng 2006, kagaya po sa mga nangyari sa kasong ito, mayroon pong biglang mga dumarating na third party claimant na nagsasabi na hindi na yung kung sino ang nasa titulo ang may-ari, kung hindi po ibang tao na ang may-ari. So kagaya po nito, ito po ang isa sa mga dahilan kung bakit po napakahirap po na ma-reap ng ating mga manggagawa na nanalo na sa amin yung kanilang napanalunan sa kaso. Makikita rin po natin sa kaso na ito na yun pong register of deeds, kahit po na nagkaroon na po ng auction sale ang NLRC at pina-annotate na po sa titulo yung auction sale ng NLRC. Kung tama po yung naalala ko sa kaso based po sa discussion, para pong dinisregard ng Register of Deeds yung auction sale ng NLRC and instead, transfer pa po yung title ng diretso sa Taguig Land ba or sa DMCI? So,
Mga kabayan, speaking of Register of Deeds, yan, isa rin yan sa problema na yan. Yung binabanggit nitong taga-NLRC, isa rin po yan sa problema din natin. Kasi halos lahat din ng mga naglalakad ng mga titulo, hindi ko naman nilalahat ng Register of Deeds, lalo-lalo na sa mga probinsya, napakabagal ng kanilang mga ginagawa. At kung wala kayong padulas dyan, ako, sigurado, aabutin kayo ng siyam-siyam. Bakit? Bakit ko nasasabi? Kasi yung sa amin, almost 7 years na hanggang ngayon. Sabi nung nakaraan, by next week, matatapos, tignan natin. Isa pa yun yan, mga bayan. Kasi kapag wala sigurong padulas, sorry. Bakit dito sa kanila? Ang bilis-bilis. Di ba?
Sa Taguig Land, kahit po ang finding na po ng aming arbiter sa NLRC is that bakit 1995 pa nabili, samantalang hindi pa rin po pinatransfer ang titulo. So dinisregard niya po yung third party claim ng DMCI at ng Taguig Land, pero just the same po, hindi po in-honor ng Register of Deeds yung ginawang annotation, yung ginawang auction sale ng NLRC, ng aming sheriff dun sa titulo, at instead ay hindi pa rin po ibinigay sa mga tao yung lupa. So siguro po isa rin po ito sa maaaring matulungan ang aming ahensya para sa aming for execution purposes na yun pong Register of Deeds, kung po pwedeng maitask na ituring kami na parang isang regular na korte at hindi lamang po na isang maliit na quasi-judicial agency at questionin pa ang aming ang power ng aming mga sheriff na mag-execute at yung mga ari-arian ng mga respondents ay maaari naming hilain.
Alam niyo, dapat imbestigahan din talaga yan Register of Deeds na yan. Sabi nga ni Vanessa Badu, tama kami din, 3 years na, wala pa po idol, wala pa idol. Talagang talagang isa rin po yan Ewan ko ba kung ano yung ginagawa ng Register of Deeds na yan pagdating sa mga transfer, ewan ko ba, sa Pilipinas? Dapat po yan, maimbestigahan din yan katulad yan, yung NLRC parang hindi nila ino-honor. Ang NLRC, alam naman natin. Di ba? Yan po ay kawani ng gobyerno, hindi nila pinapansin. Diyos mio, Marimar.
Thank you for your valuable insights, and we will take that into consideration. And maybe in the near future, we will craft a law, maybe with the assistance of the members of the NLRC.
Maybe sa next series, Mr. Chair, invite natin yung Register of Deeds. Yes.
Okay.
Sa next series.
Please take note that Senator Tulfo has requested to invite the Register of Deeds of
Yung sinasabi kanina,
Taguig.
of Taguig.
No?
Dapat
Siguro pati po yung sa LRA mismo.
LRA mismo.
LRA.
Siguro.
dapat naman talaga, 'di ba? Dapat naman ayan. Sa susunod na hearing nila, mga kabayan, i-invite nila yung Register of Deeds. Kasi alam nyo, isa din yan Dapat maungkat din yung mga problema dyan sa Register of Deeds na yan. Ilang araw ko na binabanggit sa inyo yan, di ba? Yung Register of Deeds na yan. Ilang araw ko na binabanggit sa inyo yan. Di ba? Tapos yung mga sa assessor. Di ba, mga kabayan? Yung mga sa assessor na yan, mga dokumento, di ba? Yun yung mga Alam nyo kami sabihin ko sa inyong lahat, 7 years na po kami na nag-aantay. Alam nyo kung kailan lang sila kung kailan lang nila inaasikaso yung papeles namin. Kung hindi pa nagreklamo kami doon sa pinakang head nila, talaga naman. At saka pa lang po, nung nakarang araw pa lang dinala sa assessor yung mga papeles namin. Kaya sinabi ko nga sa kanila, tanong ko noon, approximately, kailan ba talaga? Because of 7 years na nag-aantay kami. Sabi nila next week. Kasi sa assessor talagang iba pa ang assessor kung gagawin mo ng tama yan, madali lang yan Diba? Ang problema kasi minsan sa mga sangay ng pamahalaan, kahit pa sabihin mo ng anti-corruption, ang administrasyon, pero yung mga nasa baba, kung hindi pa rin sila nagbabago, wala rin. Pasintabi sa mga korap, lalo-lalo na yung mga nasa probinsya. Oh, bato-bato sa langit, tamaan. Bukol kayo. May karma rin yan sa huli. Pinapakain nila sa pamilya nila, yung mga galing sa taong bayan, yung mga padulas, yung mga, 'di ba? Hindi sila naghihirap, ayaw nilang gawin yung trabaho nila, hindi sila kikilos pag wala hong mga padulas. Nasanay na kasi ang mga Pilipino sa mga padulas-padulas. 'Di ba? Yung sinasabi nilang anti-red tape, hindi ho totoo 'yan hanggang ngayon. Dapat yung mga ano 'yan, yung akta ba 'yan? O dapat yung anti-red tape commission, kumilo sila. Oh. Alam niyo 'yan, yung mga anti-red tape commission na 'yan, dapat sila mismo alam yung ginagawa nila, dapat nag-aano sila, yung nagsisibilyan sila para malaman nila kung ano ba yung mga nangyayari. Kasi wala rin nung kakwenta-kwenta yung ginawang batas na red tape, na anti-red tape. Oo, nasusunod yung, kasi ang basic lang naman dyan sa anti-red tape, yung mahaba ang pila, bawal ang mahaba ang pila. Wala na silang break time. Pero pagpapatagal, anti-red tape na yan. Dapat yan, red tape na yan, mga kabayan. O, yan po ang nangyayari. Alam niyo ba nung unang nakaraan taon, pumunta ako dyan sa Register of Deeds. Pumunta ako dyan, mga kabayan. Kasi hindi pa nila pinapadala sa Manila yung aming mga papeles. Alam nyo, sinabihan ko yung mga naandon. Ako mismo nagsabi, sinabihan ko sila, bakit ang tagal niyan? Di ba anti-red tape? Red tape na yung ginagawa ninyo Di ba mayroon tayong bagong batas ngayon na red tape? Oh, ayun. Simula nun, dinala nila sa Manila yung aming Yun ang mahirap kasi dyan. Baka gusto na naman nila uli, magpakilala na naman ako sa kanila. O, di ba? Hindi pa ako nagpapakilala. Ano nga ang sabi sa akin ng mga attorney nakakilala ko? Sige. O. Pumunta ka doon, sabihin mo pangalan ko. Ayoko lang kung sabihin nila Ayoko lang kung sabihin sa kanila Kasi magkakahiyaan, kawawa sila. Pero pag yan tumagal pa ng 1 taon pa, kasi sinabi nila next week. Pag yan ay tumagal pa ng 1 taon, magkakaalaman kami. Yun yung sinasabi ko na dapat ang gobyerno, di ba? Dapat ang gobyerno hindi lang basta yung mga mambabatas hindi lang basta gawa ng batas. Titingnan din nila kung na-i-implement yung ginagawa nilang batas. Kasi ang nangyayari, yung red tape na yan, bagong batas yan, mga bayan. Panahon ni President Duterte. Di ba? Ngayon, nasusunod ba yan? Hindi. Hindi yung nasusunod yan kasi ang red tape, pinakang matagal niyan in 2 weeks lang. Kailangan sumagot ka in 9 days, dapat sumasagot na kayo. In 9 days, dapat meron na kayong status kung ano yung nagbago sa status na yon. At kung may mga kailangan pa, dapat sinasabi na nila, hindi ho Ang nangyayari, umaabot ng buwan Yun yung sinasabi natin, mga kabayan. Anyway, dyan po nagtatapos yung ating live. At maraming salamat po dito sa Facebook. Kanina 400 plus tayo sa Facebook. Ngayon 100 plus na lang. Salamat po sa mga naandyan, sa mga nag-like at nag-share. Salamat po sa inyong lahat. Yan, DJ Byron Music and Topics. Maraming salamat kay Ludovico Tumanan. Yan, thank you very much sa iyong concern. Nawa ay katulad dyan, next week. Sa susunod na hearing na lang yung Register of Deeds. Kung tawagin ay ROD. Dapat yun na, ipatawag na rin nila yan. Kasi marami ho dyan, marami hong mga anomalya dyan sa Register of Deeds na yan. Maraming anomalya yan dyan. Diba? Sa assessor, maraming anomalya sa assessor. Kaya mga kabayan, dapat yan, pag pinatawag sa Senado ang Register of Deeds o ang ROD, pag pinatawag po yan sa Senado, dapat makaungkat yan lahat ng mga katiwalian nila. Diba? Pati ang DNR. Hindi lang ho yan. Marami, pati DNR. DNR, marami hong yan. Marami rin hong mga katiwalian yan. Kaya nga yung mga corrupt na yan, yung may mga anomalya na yan, pinapakain ninyo sa pamilya ninyo, galing sa nakaw, galing sa hindi ninyo pinaghirapan, mahiya naman kayo. Anak kayo ng teteng, oo. Oh, sige na. Oh, yun ba yung pinag-aralan nila ng ng ilang taon? Pinag-aralan nila ng ilang taon. Tapos nakapasok sa gobyerno. Kaya nga hindi nyo ako masisisi kung sasabihin ko ang pinag-aralan nila sa eskwelahan nila magnakaw eh. Oh, ang pinag-aralan nila sa eskwelahan nila manggancho. Kasi ang eskwelahan naman nagtuturo naman ng tamang asal yan pero sila hindi eh. Oh, talagang ang pera talaga nasa demonyo talaga, mala demonyo ang pera eh. Once na kayo sa pera talaga, 'di ba? Pag kayo ay pasunod sa pera at ginos ninyo ang pera, ay wala. Oo, talaga ganun 'yan mga kabayan. Kaya pasintabi ho diyan sa mga kurap. Mahiya naman kayo, anak kayo ng mga teteng, oo. Oh, mabuhay po, mabuhay ang bansang Pilipinas. God bless everyone. Salamat po sa lahat. Sa ating susunod na live. Magkita-kita tayo ulit. Bye-bye, pangsamantala sa ating lahat. Sa mga kurap, magbago na kayo. Anak kayo ng teteng. Bye-bye.